Michael Gainey steps in, and we're just about ready to get underway. And we are. The tap is controlled by Metlakatla. Hayward with the ball now. And he'll set things up. He gives it to Milne. Milne at the point. Haines in the... looks like they're going to start out in the man-to-man. Milne looking for some help. Goes right side to Henderson. Henderson drives down baseline. Tries to get it inside to Hayward, but it's knocked out of bounds. And it'll be given back to the Metlakatla Chiefs. It'll be Hayward inbounding. Just the opening seconds of the first quarter. Metlakatla stacks up in the four corners here. Hayward bounce pass in to Henderson. No good. Strong rebound there by Casperson. Got it back out to Henderson. Henderson launches from the corner. Three-pointer. No good. Back rim. Rebounds down Hayward. And there's a whistle on the play. Foul is going to be on Hayward. That's going to be his first and first team foul. He pushed to get the rebound. Mark Davis, coming up the court now. Metlakatla starting in the zone, looking for Faverty, though, cutting across. They're paying a lot of attention to him. Davis drives into the free throw line, almost loses it against Casperson, goes in the corner, tries to go into Faverty, but it's knocked out of bounds by Milne. Faverty will be inbounding just down to our left, inbounds to Davis now. Davis comes to the point. Still dribbling around, gives to Krager. In the other corner to Faverty. Faverty looking for the shot, but they come out of him. Davis had the shot, but tried to bounce it back to Krager. It was off Milne's hands into Krager's hands, and Haines will retain possession. Krager drives in, tries to bounce it inside to Strong, but it was off his fingers and into the hands of Metlakatla. Milne now, no score in the ball game. 6:50 to go, first quarter of play. Henderson goes back out front to Milne, left side to Rolando. He puts a long three-pointer in, and Metlakatla takes the early lead. Rolando with three. Metlakatla leads 3-0. Long pass ahead to Krager. Krager tries to drive in, cut off, gives to Davis. Davis drives in, has it knocked away into the hands of Krager. Krager back to Davis. Davis in the corner to Faverty. Faverty can't get the shot. Back out to Davis. He's out beyond the arc. Davis, Metlakatla really hustling on that zone. Davis drives in, almost has it knocked away, gives it to Strong. Back out front to Krager, drives in, can't get the shot, gives in the corner to Faverty, launches a three, no good. Rebounds, comes down Strong. Strong comes back out front to Davis. Davis drives in, gives it to Krager, but knocked away by Henderson, and now back to Krager and back to Davis. So teams change turnovers there. Metlakatla still hanging on 3-0 lead. 5:56 to go. First period of play. Davis now out in front with Krager. Metlakatla really hustling on that zone, directly inside. They're bottling up everything. Goes left side. Davis had the three-pointer, backs off, puts it up from 10. No good. Rebounds, comes down Milne. Milne clears, lets everybody go behind him, and he comes up the court now. He goes to the point, right side to Hayward. Hayward launches it into Casperson. Can't get the shot. Goes underneath to Henderson. Nice shot up. Oh, missed the easy layup. Strong down with the rebounds. Gives it ahead to Davis. Davis on the dribble now. At the point. Goes left side to Krager. Krager looking. Drives baseline. Looking for Faverty. Can't get it. Has it stolen away by Casperson. Metlakatla really hustling on the defense. Henderson with the ball now. Henderson, long pass ahead to Rolando. Rolando launches a two. Good. So he's got all five of Metlakatla's points, and they lead 5-0. 5 minutes to go. 5-0. Just under 5 to go now, and Coach Steve Fossman would like to take timeout. He's got a 30-second timeout.
Well, the Glacier Bears, kind of like last night, they came out there a couple of times. They really didn't get into their offense. Coach Fossman has to call a timeout, and I'm sure that's what he's talking about down there, because right now we haven't seen a lot of movement by them. And last night's game, when they scored, they moved the ball around and they set screens and got themselves open, and that just hasn't happened so far tonight.
No, Metlakatla's really working hard in the key there. They just can't get anything inside. So we'll be back in play here now. Metlakatla with the early lead, 5-0. And we've got just under 5 minutes to go. It'll be Faverty inbounding the ball to Krager. Krager now on the dribble. Metlakatla still in that 2-3 zone, but they're watching Faverty as he comes across. Krager now looking for Faverty. Can't find him now. Goes left side to Jaden Hotch, who checked in. Faverty fakes out the defender, puts a shot up from 2, and it's good. So Faverty's got 2, and Haines is on the board. It's 5-2. Haines is going to put a little full court press on, but Henderson breaks it, gives it to Rolando. He puts a layup up and good. So Rolando's got all 7 of their points. 7-2 Metlakatla. Jaden Hotch checked in here at the back. at the last timeout. Hodge back to Krager now. Krager looking inside for Faverty, can't get him. Drives in, gives it back to Faverty. Faverty's surrounded in there. He gets fouls on the floor, and it's knocked out of his hands into the hands of Henderson. Henderson now. Pass ahead to Milne, and Metlakatla will set the offense against the 2-3 zone. Rondo launches another three. He is on fire. He's got all 10 of Metlakatla's points. It's 10-2 Metlakatla, 3:45 to go here in this first quarter of play. Jaden Hotch now gives it back to Krager. Krager on the dribble. Can't get anything inside. Krager dribbling around left side to Hotch, underneath to Kai Dixon. He has it, to Xander Willard. He couldn't get it inside. Back in the hands of Hotch, back to Faverty, can't get the shot. Faverty drives in, double teamed, gives it back to Willard, back to Hotch. Hotch can't get the shot, back to Faverty. Faverty in the corner, gives it to Hotch, around the point now. Hotch dribbling, wanted to give it right side to Krager. Just over 3 minutes to go, 10-2 Metlakatla. Left side to Faverty, he's being hawked in there. He doesn't have much room, gives it back to Hotch. Hotch drives left side, and he's going to be fouled in there, I believe. Well, no.
An illegal screen on it.
An illegal screen. So that was on number 22. That was on Xander Willard. That's his first personal foul. And we'll go the other way. 2:59 to go. 10-2 Metlakatla. It's been all Rolando so far. He's got all 10 of the Metlakatla points. Left side. Somebody better get on. Faverty's out there on him now. And it looks like Metlakatla is going to take a 30-second timeout.
Well, Dixon came off the bench there in that last opportunity here to put a little more pressure on Rolando down low. He goes back and forth, much like Faverty. Faverty likes that baseline thing. Rolando likes to work off the baseline and come out to the wing and get that shot. And I noticed this time when they came across, Dixon kept right in front of him and forced him to go a different direction rather than going actually where he wanted to get to. So I'm sure Coach Fossman brought that up to him. He says, I don't want him following that straight line path. Make him work to get where he needs to go.
We're back in play here now. It'll be Metlakatla's ball. Rolando now gives it inside, gives it to Milne. Milne way out there in the point. Gives left side to Casperson. Tried to get bounce pass inside. It was off the foot of one of the Haines defenders, and it'll be Metlakatla's ball. Underneath the bucket there, it'll be Hayward inbounding the ball. 2:40 to go, 10-2 Metlakatla. Inbounds pass to Casperson, out beyond the arc, gives it to Henderson. Henderson back to Hayward, and there's a whistle on the play, and it looks like, I believe, Casperson's going to be whistled for the foul. That's going to be his first personal. Second team foul on Metlakatla. Krager now on the dribble with just over 2:30 to go, first period. Krager comes up, 10-2 Metlakatla. Faverty looking, running the baseline. Not yet, gives it to Krager. Krager out front. Krager tries to drive in. He puts the shot up and no good. Rebounds comes down to, I think, Dixon. And there's a whistle on the play. Dixon, pretty small guy in there. He was surrounded by all the trees. He got the rebound. There was a whistle on the play. The foul was on number 1. That was Hayward. That's his second personal foul. Krager inbound to Faverty. Faverty 1-3, gives it to Krager. Krager drives baseline, can't get anything. It's knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. Willard's in the ball game. Hotch is in the ball game. Dixon, Krager, and Faverty. Krager now looking for some help. Oh, way over everybody's head. Oh, Faverty just loped down there, and Milne hustled by him and took the ball and went down and scored. So Milne's got 2, and it's a 12-2 ball game, and Coach Fossman does not like what he's seeing out there.
And he's
talking right to Faverty. What do you think you're doing? He just kind of loped out there, and Milne hustled right by him, took the ball, and went down and made a layup.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was nice hustle, actually.
Yeah.
Coming off the other side of the same thing was the other Chief working down that side, but Milne beat him to it. There were actually 2 people going after the ball, and Casperson was the other one, but Milne got there first.
I think Coach Fossman wants to light a little bit of fire here. The boys are down by 10 here in the first quarter of play. 12-2 Metlakatla. Rolando with 10 of the points and Milne with the other 2. Just over 2 minutes to go. Faverty inbounds to Krager now. Krager on the dribble. Goes to Dixon. Dixon left side to Krager. Krager launches a 3. And that's just off the back rim. Faverty high in the air for the rebound. Puts it up and in. Nice rebound. He went up, kept his hands straight up in the air and went right back up with the offensive rebound. He's got 4 as 12-4. Here comes Rolando down the other side. They hustle over to pick him up. Gives it back to Milne. Milne at the point now. Looks like Milne's at the point. We've got Casperson in the corner. Long three-pointer. Back rim, no good. Rebounds down Dixon. Dixon in the corner to Faverty. Launches a three-pointer. No good. Back rim. Rebounds comes down to Milne. Just over a minute to go. 12-4 Metlakatla. Dixon at the point on the defense. Works against Milne. Milne goes to Rolando. Rolando launches a 3 from way out there. Back rim. No good. Rebounds. Comes down to Faverty. He almost lost it. Tried to behind the back dribble in traffic and goes in the corner to Krager. By his baseline. Tried to get the bounce pass back to Willard. Finally runs it down and Dixon says, come on out here in front, Krager. 41 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Krager now on the dribble. Looking for some help. Finally gets to the Faverty, way out beyond the arc. 30 seconds left to go. Right side Dixon. Dixon, a good three-point shooter, gives it to Krager. 27 seconds. Krager out beyond the arc. Finds Dixon. Dixon launches a three-pointer. In and out, no good. Rebounds comes down to Casperson. Casperson off to Milne. 16 seconds are going to go for one shot. 12 seconds now. Milne on the point now. Goes left side to Henderson. Henderson now comes to the point, drives all the way down. He has a wide open lane, puts the layup up and in. Nice hustle by Henderson, and Metlakatla comes out on fire, and they are jazzing. It's 14-4 at the end of the first period of play. Metlakatla with the 10-point lead. Scoring, Faverty has all 4 points for Haines. For Metlakatla, Rolando with 10, Henderson with 2, and Milne with 2.
Well, Glacier Bears are only 2 for 8 from the field in that quarter, while the Metlakatla Chiefs were 6 for 12 at 50%, and rebounding pretty much even up. 6 rebounds for the Glacier Bears, 5 for the Chiefs. Right, so we'll just be getting second quarter action here. About 30 seconds to go here before we get started again. Both coaches, you can tell, have made some adjustments here at the beginning of the ball game, the way they played it. Matt coming out a lot stronger, working on that zone defense, working hard underneath, blocking out, getting some more boards opportunities there. While the Glacier Bears coming down, trying to work that Faverty back into it as they set the screens for him, but not able to get there. And I noticed too that Krager's picked it up a bit, and Dixon has also picked it up a bit. Coming off the bench there is Dixon. So we'll just start out. It's going to be Glacier Bear basketball to start this second quarter. 14-4, 10-point lead by the Chiefs right now. Faverty will inbound the basketball. He'll get it to Krager. And Dixon over on the left-hand side. Krager comes down the center. Willard and Hotch into the ball game also for the Glacier Bears. Back inside. Henderson steps up a little bit. Milne working a cross-court pass to Dixon. Three-pointer on the way. Looks good. Nails. So Kai Dixon picks up his 3. He had 11 last night in the ball game, and they made a nice cross-court pass, and he got the easy look. Come back out. Shots on its way by Henderson. Bounces around, goes out of bounds off of one of the Chiefs. Looks like Davis will come back into the ball game real quick. And also coming off the bench into the ball game is Strong for the Glacier Bears. 7:30 to go here in the second quarter. 7-point lead by the Chiefs right now. Glacier Bears with the basketball. Krager stops left-hand side, back out to Davis. Tries to penetrate inside. Can't go anywhere. Finally pushes up the shot. Rebound comes back down to Casperson. A little tough shot there for the shortest guy on the floor right there, trying to get inside, but Casperson came away with that rebound. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Casperson left-hand side gets the screen from Rolando, up and in. So Rolando picks up his 12th point of the ball game. Nice little give and go that time as he came out, set the screen, spun around off of the nice screen and got the easy bucket. Back to Krager, right-hand side. Nothing going, however, as they come back outside to Faverty. Drop it back inside. Nothing coming back out. Long three-pointer by Davis. A little bit too strong. Rebound comes down to Milne for the Chiefs, and they'll work it down the court. 6:32 to go here in the first half of play. Down low, man-to-man defense by the Glacier Bears right now. They come out to Casperson. Faverty comes up. Casperson hadn't given up his dribble. Tries to go inside on the pass. Knocked away by the Glacier Bears. Back to Krager. He tries to go down inside. Foul's going to be on 31.
It's going to be a Rolando.
That's his first personal foul. Going to be Glacier Bear basketball, far side of the court. Get the ball back into Davis. That's Mark Davis. Mark's out at the top with the left-handed dribble. Got the screen on the right. Goes around. Spin move. Shot. Jumper. Good. Mark Davis got squared up that time. Nobody around him, and he was able to bury it. So now it's still back to that 7-point lead by the Chiefs. 16-9 right now, but they have the basketball. Milne comes down the right-hand side. He'll bring it back out to Rolando. Krager steps up. No, hand back to Henderson. Henderson looks inside. Can't find anybody. Now he gets Casterson. Henderson breaking down lane, up and in. Nice little play that time as he made the pass out to the wing and then got it right back as he cut down the lane, put up the left-handed shot. Krager stopped. Jumper about 6. No, rebound a little bit too strong. Comes down in Casperson's hands. That came off the back of the rim. Casperson went high in the air and grabbed that one. 18-9 is the score. Chiefs have the basketball and the lead. Milne back out to Casperson, looks inside. Trying that same play. Casperson breaks down the lane. Not there this time. However, as they come back out, as Buxton's in the ball game, three-pointer on the way off the back of the iron. Rebounds by Strong. Gets it in the hands of Dixon for the Glacier Bears. They hustle across the half-court line back to Davis. Back out. Now he'll bring it back out and he'll set the offense. They'll go left-hand side to Krager. 2-3 zone defense by the Chiefs right now. Faverty comes down, back to Davis, back to Faverty. Faverty tries to bounce it inside. Going to be a whistle on Casperson, trying to come around and knock that away as they worked off that baseline, trying to get the ball to Strong. And now we've got TJ Jackson checking into the ball game real quick. Casperson's going to take a quick break here. Krager, long inbound pass, gets to Faverty, back to Krager, wants that baseline jumper, puts it up, partially checked, however, but the ball ends up in the hands of Gillum, who checked into the ball game there, and he gains control of it. Back to Davis. Davis penetrates inside, going to throw the ball up hard. Fouls on number 3. Jackson checked into the ball game right away and gets the foul as Davis tried to penetrate inside, and that'll send Mark Davis to the free throw line. He didn't even get to the free throw line last night. Has 2 points so far in the ball game. Now he'll have his first opportunity from the free throw line. Glacier Bears down 18-9 right now. Shots on its way, good. So he picks up one, and that puts the Glacier Bears only down by 8. And we have other ball players coming in. Strong checks back into the ball game. Hayward's also coming into the ball game for the Chiefs. Both coaches doing a lot of subbing off the bench in this ball game. 4:34 to go here in the second quarter. Davis at the free throw line, fires it up, and it's good.
He had a free shot there because Metlakatla
stepped in early. Mark is able to draw that quite often. It takes the teams a little while to figure out. Mark always pauses for about 4 or 5 seconds before he shoots. And anyway, he goes over to Rolando, left-hand side. Reverse dribble. Comes inside, almost loses control of it, kicks the ball back around. Knocked out of bounds, however, by the Glacier Bears. So it's going to be Chiefs ball under their basket. They lead by 7, 18-11. 4:15 to go here in the second quarter. Looking, comes back inside. They try to go into Henderson coming down the lane, but it was a little jammed up. It was a tough pass, went out of bounds, however. Going to be Chiefs basketball under their hoop. Hayward will have the ball. He's got it. Breaking down was Milne. They come back out to Rolando at the top. Looks at the hoop, stops, gives it back. Hayward wanted the shot. Good defense by the Glacier Bears, however, as they got out. closed out on him real quick, not able to get it. Henderson out at the dribble at the top. Strong puts a little pressure on. Henderson wants to go over to Hayward. Three-pointer on the way off the back of the iron. Bounces around out of bounds, knocked out by Rolando. So the Glacier Bears are going to get it. Colton Hayward put up a nice long shot there, just wasn't able to get it to go. We've got number 14, that'll be Booth, coming off the bench for the Chiefs. Davis with it on the right-hand side, penetrates inside, goes out, shots put up by Strong, a little bit too long off of it, bounces around and goes out of bounds. Here comes Booth off the bench. Milne will come out for a bit. Going to be Glacier Bear basketball under their basket. Looking, finally alley-oops it into Krager. Krager is going to back the dribble out, comes over to Dixon. Three-pointer on the way, bounces around, and finally coming down with it is Rolando, and he gets the board back for the Chiefs. I thought that might go in, bounced 2 or 3 times here, but it kind of ran off to the side. Comes back to Henderson on the dribble. He gives it up, goes to Hayward underneath, spins around, kicks the ball back out, ends up in the hands of Jackson, and three-pointer on the way by Hayward. Colton Hayward, that's his first 3 points. He had 10 points last night and 10 rebounds in the game. Comes inside, Davis penetrates inside, can't find anybody, puts it up and in. So Mark Davis has 5 points in the ball game. That's what he had last night in the whole game, and he's got 5 already. 21 for the Chiefs, 13 for the Glacier Bears. Henderson gives up his dribble, goes left-hand side to Rolando. Breaking across the lane was Booth. Now he'll have it out at the top. Looking goes to Jackson, back outside to Henderson. Way beyond the three-point arc. Henderson stops, kicks it around. They're going to be knocked out of bounds by Davis. Almost made the steal. Now Luke Davis is coming off the bench.
Haines much more active on defense this quarter.
They're putting a lot more pressure on him, and especially on cutting out the passing lanes and stuff. Well, we're going to take a timeout here. We'll take a timeout too. Welcome back to the basketball game here. 13 for the Glacier Bears, 21 for the Chiefs. Glacier Bears are going to have the basketball under their hoop.
Oh, Chiefs got it.
The Chiefs have the ball. Glacier Bears are going to be defense under their end of the court. All right, back to Henderson. Henderson out at the top now. Glacier Bears back in that man-to-man defense. Come out to Henderson. Henderson to slow the dribble. Coach Scott's directing traffic out there where he wants some people. They weren't in the right spot. Now they get him going. Henderson drives down the lane. They go left-hand side to Booth, over to Jackson, back out to Rolando at the top. Rolando, three-pointer on the way off the back of the iron. No rebound by Faverty. He goes high in the air and on the dribble, looking down the court. Back out to Davis. Davis looks left-hand side to Krager. Krager penetrates inside, back out to Luke Davis. Shots on the way a little bit too strong. Rebound, fought for. Still nobody comes up with it. Finally Mark Davis does. Spins around, gives it off to Strong. Three-pointer on the way off the back of the iron. Rebound fought for, coming down by Rolando for the Chiefs. And now they're back on the offense. Henderson will handle the basketball for a while here. They go left-hand side. Nothing going is Booth. Back inside to Hayward. He put up a shot, partially checked. Krager came across there and really got a hand up. Did a nice job helping out there. Left-hand side to Davis, over to Krager on the dribble. Back outside, 2-3 zone defense by the Chiefs right now. Back out to Krager, penetrates inside. By Strong, wanted the shot, back to Davis, looks up at the hoop. That Krager steps inside, back to Luke Davis, back to Mark Davis. They're working the left-hand side of this defense right now. Krager waits, trying to get the ball inside, going to be kicked by Jackson there as they're trying to get the ball inside to Faverty coming across. Strong comes across and sets the screen, and then Faverty comes away, but not able to get it there. 1 minute, 9 seconds to go in the first half. Faverty, long three, bouncing around. Henderson comes up with it for the Chiefs with 1 minute to go here in the first half of play. They lead 21-13. He'll be out at the top, just going to run a little bit of time off of there. Strong steps out. Henderson goes back and forth. They can't find anything, however. They come to Booth, back inside to Hayward, back out to Rolando. He wants to shoot over top of Krager. Not going to happen, however, there, and he'll back it back out. 40 seconds to go, first half of play. Henderson out to the top now. Glacier Bears man-to-man defense. Moves a few ball players around. Coach Scott's directing some traffic. And now he gets it off to Henderson. 25 seconds to go, first half. Henderson will still back it back out. Just wants to run a little more time. He said, be patient. We'll go in it down, get a good shot here at the end. Let's run our offense. Goes over to Henderson. They're working that left-hand side of the court. Coming back out to Hayward. 12 seconds to go in the first half. Wanted the screen. Comes out. Crossover, stop. Puts up the shot. Missed it, however. Rebound down to Faverty. 4 seconds all the way down to Davis. Davis drives inside. Puts up the shot. It's not going to count right at the buzzer. So we're going to end this first half of play with the Haines Glacier Bears 13 points and the Metlakatla Chiefs 21 points. Well, we're going to take about a 10-minute break here and bring you second half action of this ball game. Met leads 21-13 back in about 10 minutes.
Well, welcome back to the Haines High School Gymnasium. We're at halftime of this boys game between Metlakatla and Haines. Metlakatla with a 21-13 lead. Metlakatla came out on fire, particularly Aiden Rolando. He had 10 points before Haines scored anything, and he was shooting threes and twos. And Metlakatla came out on fire on both ends, defensive and offensive ends. Haines finally picked up their defense in the second half and was able to crawl in a little closer here with the score now 21-13. Rolando leads all scorers with 10. Henderson has 4, Milne 2, and Hayward 3 for Haines. Faverty has 4, Mark Davis has 6, and Kai Dixon 3. Carson Krager, normally good for double digits, hasn't scored yet.
Well, the Glacier Bears only 26% from the field, while the 45% from the field in that first half by the Chiefs.
Looks like we got most of the starting 5 out for both teams, except we got Hodgson for Haines. We got Hayward on the corner. Haines gives it to Rolando. He drives in, puts a shot up, no good. Krager with the rebound ahead to Davis. Davis drives all the way down, bounce pass to Faverty. It's knocked out of his hands and hustled, picked up by, I think, Rolando. He gets it into the hands of Henderson. Henderson comes back up over the 10-second line. Referee's timeout here. I believe, I'm not sure, looks like Rolando got hit. And coming in for Metlakatla for Rolando is going to be Tobin Buxton, and Metlakatla will start again. Henderson now into Milne. Milne to Casperson. Casperson working against Faverty. Haines in a man-to-man now. Casperson goes left in the corner to Hayward, working against Krager. Oppie on the arc, trying to get inside. Nice reverse pivot. Tried to pass. Oh, a little dipsy doodle, no good. Davis comes down with the rebounds. Davis ahead to Krager. Haines in a hurry. Krager drives all the way down, puts a shot up, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul. Inbounds pass now to Henderson. Haines is going to go a little three-quarter court pressure here. Not too much, but just enough to let them know they're there. Strong working against Henderson. Hayward now working against Krager. Can't get the three-pointer up into Casperson. And he has it stolen away now. Steals it back again into the hands of Milne. Milne now looking for the shot underneath. Can't get it. Rebounds comes down Davis. Davis loses it on the floor. There's a big scrum on the floor. Still nobody's got it. Finally Faverty picks it up. That went through about 4 or 5 guys' hands. Finally Faverty picked it up. Davis now. Long pass ahead to Krager. Krager right baseline. And he's going to be fouled in there on the drive. He drove baseline, got the shot to go, but it's not going to count. Fouls on number 23. And that's going to be on Casperson. That's going to be his second. Checking in is Rolando again, and he's checking in for Casperson. Haines will be inbounding the ball underneath their own bucket. Krager, long pass into Faverty, goes almost out the half court to get it. Faverty now on the dribble. Goes left side to Davis, launches a three-pointer, in and out, no good. Rebounds, comes down, Metlakatla. Was Buxton with the rebound. Milne now with the ball, working against Davis. Back to Hayward. Neither team scored here. 6:10 to go in the second half of play. Third quarter of play, excuse me. Still 21-13. Hayward drives all the way down. Gave it to Rolando, but he had a foot on the end line down there, so it's out of bounds. Haynes' ball. Faverty now to Davis. Just over 6 minutes to go, third period of play. Davis working against the 2-3 zone for Metlakatla. Davis comes to the point. Goes left side to Krager. He launches a three-pointer. No good. Rebounds Faverty. Faverty gives it to Hotch. Back to Davis. He launches a three-pointer. Haines can just not get him to fall. Nice rebound by Jaden Hotch. Gives to the Krager again. Back to Davis. Davis drives in. Can't get it. Gives it to Krager. Krager. Nice reverse pivot. Bounce pass underneath. Oh, nice fake in there, but nice defense by Metlakatla. And they come away with the rebound. Henderson now up over the 10-second line. Henderson at the point. Working against Strong. And they slow things down a little bit. Henderson now comes back to the point. Metlakatla spreads out their offense and gets things going again. Haines in the man-to-man. Henderson out front. Bianelki has almost a lane to the basket. I'm surprised he didn't try to take Strong. He had a complete lane to the basket. Gives it back to Hayward. Reverse pivot against Krager. And I believe Metlakatla would like to take a timeout here, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout with 5:04 left to go third period. Neither team scored. Still 21-13 Metlakatla.
Well, TJ said, you got to get into your offense here. That's what he's talking about. Everybody's kind of standing around doing a little bit of dribbling, and they'd make one pass, and then that person would dribble for a little while. And so it's quite a bit different than it was in this first half of play here. Offensively, they got to get into some movement here. Glacier Bears, on the other hand, though, picking up more of the cutting in the lanes and trying to anticipate those passes. Down on the other end, you mentioned it, Terry, they fired up 5 shots, haven't got any of them to go. Of course, Mets put up 3, didn't get anything to go yet either. So it's going to be Met ball far side.
Luke Davis checked in here now at the break. Inbounds pass comes to Henderson. Henderson working against Strong. And Strong's going to be called for the foul. That's David's first personal foul. And that'll be team foul number 2 on Haines. It'll be Rolando inbounding the ball. He inbounds the ball to Henderson. Henderson working to get Strong again. Goes around him on the right side, tries to drive down, does. Nice block by Strong in there. Henderson gets his own rebound though. Good defense by Strong. Henderson takes it all the way back out front again now. Henderson goes left side to Hayward. Hayward drives into the key, gives it back out to Milne, but it's through his hands and Davis's hands. Davis hustled down, and Rolando's going to be whistled for the foul. That's his second personal foul, team foul number 2, and it'll be Haines inbounding the ball. Kreger, 4:35 to go. Neither team scored yet this half. Inbounds to Faverty. Faverty to Davis. Luke Davis. Luke back to Mark Davis. Mark drives in, gives it back to Luke. Luke drives around, back to Mark. The brothers playing catch. Now Davis drives in. Price gets the shot up, and he's nice block in there by Rolando. Too many big trees in there for Davis to get the shot up. Henderson now on the dribble, drives all the way down. Nobody blocks, stops him, and he puts the layup up, but it's no good. Faverty down with the rebound in the corner to Kreger. Kreger drives in, can't get the shot. Back out front to Luke Davis, over to Mark, in the corner to Strong. He launches a three-pointer. No good, high off the rebound. Came down to number 10, Buxton, and he gets it in the hands of Milne. 3:52 to go. No scoring in this half yet. Davis playing good defense against Milne. Henderson with the ball now, working against Strong. Henderson tried to do a reverse pivot, almost had a double team out there. Hayward now working against Faverty, and Kreger came up on the other side. He puts a shot up, no good, and Rolando will be whistled for his third personal foul. So Davis was playing good defense out there. As soon as Henderson tried to do the reverse pivot, Kreger was right there and took it away from him. Tried it one time, it didn't work. Tried it the second time, it worked. So Kreger will be going to the free throw line now. This is his first opportunity. He hasn't scored in the ball game yet. Kreger eyes the bucket. Shots on the way, good. First points of the second half for either team. Checking in for Haines now, number 22, Holm. And number 23, Kai Dixon.
22 is Willard, I think.
Oh, it's Willard, I'm sorry. Kreger now eyes the bucket. Second shot's on the way. This one's also good. So Haines within 6. That's as close as they've been, I think, in the ball game. 21-15, 3:29 to go here in this third period of play. Casperson with the ball, working against Kreger. He made us a little dipsy doodle, puts the shot up and good. And there's going to be a blocking foul charged on Kai Dixon. Shot was up and good by Casperson. That's his first 2 points. And that's going to be Dixon's first personal foul. And that's going to put Casperson at the free throw line. And his shot is no good. Rebounds is on the ground, picked up by Henderson. 23-15 now, 3:12 to go in third period of play. Whoa, nice give and go by Hayward and Henderson gets the layup. Henderson now has got 4 points. Credit Hayward with a nice assist there, and Henderson will be going to the line, shooting his first opportunity there. It's 25, leads back to 10. Haines had cut it to 6, now it's quickly back to 10 for Metlakatla. Henderson's shot is on the way, and that's good. So Metlakatla now 26-11. Checking in for Haines is Mark Davis, number 40. Checking in for Willard. Inbounds pass comes to Davis from Faverty. Just over 3 minutes to go in the third period of play. Davis on the dribble at the point. Looking inside for Faverty. Gives to Luke Davis. Back to Mark Davis. Faverty hasn't taken a shot this quarter. Over to Mark Davis. Mark launches a three-pointer. His back rim no good. Rebounds down Krager. Puts it back up and good. 26-17. Haines going to apply full court man-to-man pressure now. Henderson now. Oh, he passed it ahead to Milne. Milne wasn't looking. It went out of bounds, so Haines will have the ball back now. 26-17 deficit. 2:38 to go, third period of play. Faverty inbounds just in front of just by half court into Davis. Davis now on the dribble. Goes in the corner to Krager. Bounce pass underneath to Faverty. Works underneath. Puts the shot up and good. Faverty's got 6. Now the lead's down to 7 again. Haines full court pressure. Henderson to Casperson. Casperson has it stolen away by Faverty. Faverty now on the dribble in the corner to Davis. Davis drives in, can't get the shot, gives to Faverty. He launches from 10, no good. Rebounds, comes down Casperson. Casperson wisely clears himself and gives it off to Milne now. 2 minutes to go, 26-19 Metlakatla. 2 minutes to go, third period of play. Kai Dixon working against Milne. Casperson working against Krager. Casperson now. And we got a whistle on the play. And there's a foul on...
It's on Henderson for pushing.
Henderson's going to be called for the push. That's going to be his first personal foul. Team foul number 4. Coach TJ Scott wanted some explanation on it. Got it. So everybody's back to normal now. And here comes Davis with 1:50 to go. Haines trailing by 7, 26-19. Davis drives in. Can't get the shot. Gives to Luke Davis. Launches a three-pointer. Short. No good. Rebounds. Comes down to Henderson. Henderson clears, comes out to the left side, working against Mark Davis. Drives around, gives it to Milne now. Milne working against Kai Dixon. Drives in, puts the shot up, short, no good. Luke Davis with the rebound. He's in a hurry, nice pass ahead to Faverty. Faverty puts the layup up and good. So Haines is within 5 at 26-21. Crowd is all jazz now. Here comes Henderson. Henderson back to Casperson, working against Krager. Full court man-to-man pressure by Haines. Casperson breaks the 10-second line, just over a minute to go. Casperson now at the point. Gets in the corner to Hayward. Hayward now working against Faverty. Henderson cutting through. Can't get the shot. Casperson drives in, puts a shot up. No good. Whistle on the play. Fouls on 40, Mark Davis. That's his first personal foul. And that'll send, is that Casperson or Hayward? Or Rolando?
Oh, I don't know. I was looking at something else here.
I think it's Casperson.
I think it is. Yeah, it is Casperson.
Shot's on the way and good. That's
Gillum coming off the bench for the Glacier Bears, and also Booth for the Chiefs.
So Casperson will have another shot here with 51 seconds to go. Metlakatla on the 6-point lead now, 27-21. Second shot's on the way. Good. TJ Jackson checking in for Metlakatla. Casperson takes a break. 51 seconds to go. Metlakatla's lead is back at 7. Here comes Davis. Haines could use a 3 right about now. Davis drives in, can't get the shot up, tries to do a little dipsy doodle, it doesn't go. Rebounds, comes down to Booth. Booth wisely clears, gives it to Milne. Milne on the dribble. 31 seconds to go. They'll probably hold for one last shot. Milne goes left, the reverse pivot, comes back. Davis working against him, making him work hard. In the corner to Buxton, back to Booth, back to Buxton, puts the shot up, in and out, no good. Rebounds down, Luke Davis. He's surrounded in there, but clears himself. Gives it off to Krager with 10 seconds to go. Long pass ahead to Faverty. Launches a 3. Good. Long pass ahead. No good. They got the pass ahead, and Buxton had to layup, but he just didn't get it off in time. So the score at the end of the third period of play is Metlakatla 28, Haines 24. If you want to get something to eat, you better get it at the quarter because this one's going to go right down to the wire. Ooh. Well, Haines didn't do a whole lot better, did they?
No. All right. I guess I better turn on the power here so we can talk a little bit here. Now Luke Davis out of the top. Glacier Bears got the ball at the start of that quarter. Comes back out to Gillum, who checked into the ball game. Back to Davis. Back to Gillum. He looks at the baseline. Stops. Surrounded by blue. He'll get it back out to Luke Davis. Luke surrounded. He'll get it back over to the top to Gillum. And we're just beginning fourth quarter action here. Chiefs lead by 4, 28-24. Glacier Bears, however, have the basketball. Davis looks on the left-hand side. Casperson comes up, goes over to Luke. Davis reverses it back. Three-pointer on the way, a little bit short. Ball goes down, and it's going to go into the hands of Davis. And looks like Casperson, there's going to be a foul on it. It's going to be Casperson on the foul, all right. Down low in that corner, two guys going after the basketball.
Henderson coming in for Casperson.
Well, Casperson's got those 4 fouls now here, so he had to come out here with this much time left. Glacier Bears with the ball. Krieger alley-oops inside to Faverty, back to Davis. Davis penetrates, shot from just inside the free throw line, but missed the whole thing, and rebound comes down to Henderson. So still a 4-point lead, but the Chiefs have the basketball now. They come out to Booth. Booth takes the dribble. Luke Davis puts some pressure on. They go back to Rolando. Rolando's been pretty much held down and up and in as he went hard to the hoop, drew that foul. And Rolando, you could see he wanted that lane, and actually it opened up for him, and he's able to do the right, left hand, and then he went to the left, but he actually shot the ball with his right hand and got the foul. So he's going to be at the free throw line, has yet to score from the free throw line. This one's on its way, a little bit short. Rebound bounces around, and who comes up with it? Now it's going to be on the floor here. The ball's going to go to the Chiefs off of it, and looks like we're going to take a timeout here. Let's see, it is going to be a full timeout here, so we're going to take a 1-minute break ourselves. And welcome back to the Haines High Gymnasium. We've got another good ball game again. Last night's game kind of went back and forth. Tonight's the same thing. This time the Chiefs have the lead, 30-24, 6:53 to go in the ball game. Going to be Chiefs basketball right here in front of their bench. They go to Rolando. Looks like Faverty's going to guard him now. Rolando takes that move down lane, almost loses out, maintains control back. Jumper from about 6, bounces around, and Krieger comes away with it off of the rebound. He kicks the ball quickly down to Davis, and it's just a little bit too far out ahead of him, goes out of bounds. So it's going to be Chiefs basketball back again, 6:38. Glacier Bears, they put that pressure on early, forced some turnovers here, so Coach Fossman comes right back with the man-to-man pressure here. They get the ball, trying to get it back in. Now they finally get it into Rolando. Over to Henderson. Henderson up across the half-court line. He'll go out to Booth. Booth wants to go down inside. Nice defense by Davis, however. Cuts him off, and they go back to Henderson. Henderson, long three. He's got it. So Isaac Henderson picks up a three, and he's got 8 points in the ball game. He had 9 last night. Lead is 33-24 right now for the Chiefs. They go to Krager. Krager stops, wants to go back inside to Faverty. Jumper from about 6, a little bit too hard off the glass. Krager comes down with the rebound, and he goes back off to Gillum. He goes inside, and there's going to be a whistle on it. 6:04, going to be 2 shots for Gillum. Fouls on 31. That'll be Rolando, and that'll be his 4th personal foul. So 4 for Rolando. Shots on the way, looks good news. So Eric Gillen comes off the bench, gets the first point of the ball game, that coming from the free throw line. And Rolando is going to have to come out of the ball game, and we're bringing in Milne. So I'm sure Coach Scott's going to keep him out for just a couple of minutes here. Eric Gillen back at the line, had no points last night, and he's got 2 both of them from the free throw line, so he cuts into that lead by the Chiefs right now. They get the ball back inside, almost stolen away by Gillen. They go over to Booth. Booth almost loses control. Now he gets it to Milne across the half-court line. Milne handles the ball quite a bit here. Krager comes out to put some pressure on. They go left-hand side to Hayward. And Faverty puts some pressure on Hayward, but they're way beyond. Spin move, stop, puts it up, and now there's a foul on it. Let's see if they're going to count the hoop here. 24 is the foul. And that's Faverty. That's only his first personal foul. And did they count the bucket too? I think they did count the bucket. So Henderson picks up a 3 the old-fashioned way as he gets 1 from the free throw line. That's his first chance from the free throw line. He's got 6 points in the ball game. 10-point lead now by the Chiefs. Lots of time left in the game. 5:33 to go. Krager working that baseline. They go into Faverty, back out to Krager. He wants the baseline back to Faverty. Up and in. Nice pass that time. They worked that one, Krager and Faverty did. And now there's another foul on it.
Foul on Mark Davis.
Foul on Mark Davis on a hold. And we're going to 1-and-1 opportunity. So that'll be the second personal foul on Mark Davis. We're going to go all the way down here and shoot some free throws now. The Chiefs lead 36-28. Both teams will be doing the 1-and-1 thing here for a while now. Henderson back at the free throw line. He's got 8 points in the ball game, 1 for 1 from the line. Bounces a couple times. This is going to be a bit short. Luke Davis steps in and gets the rebound for the Glacier Bears. They go left-hand side to Krager. Krager out the top, back to Mark Davis. Long 3 off the back of the iron. Henderson goes high in the air, but Faverty takes it away from him. And it goes back to the Glacier Bears again. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. They come out to the top on the right-handed dribble. Milne puts a little bit of pressure on, not a lot though. Davis way beyond the 3-point arc. They try to go inside to Faverty. All he had to do is turn around. There wasn't anybody there. Davis penetrates inside, back out to Krager. Krager goes down the lane. Good defense by the Chiefs as they stop it. Back to Davis. He looks inside. That 2-3 zone defense is doing a good job. Now there's going to be a whistle on it. Let's see what it's going to be. I
think he called lane ball. 3 seconds in the key.
Okay, that might have been it. I think that was 3 seconds. Well, he was down there quite a long time.
I know. I haven't seen one of those calls.
I haven't seen one of those for quite a long time. But, anyway, that's kind of the way it is here when he calls it on there. All right. Well, we're going to take a bit of a break as they took the 1-minute timeout here. Metlakatla leading 36-28.
Haines is just shooting not very well. Haven't shot above 30% all night.
Well, a little better defense, though. A lot more pressure than they've been.
But even threes, they've had some uncontested threes, haven't been able to make them. A lot of them. Good game, though.
Yeah. And welcome back to the ball game. 2A teams going out of here. Metlakatla, Haines. Always good games between these two teams. Seems like in the last few years here, Haines Glacier Bears down 28 to 36 right now. Going to be Chiefs basketball. Full court pressure being applied by the Glacier Bears. 4:39 to go in the ball game. Looking inside, they go to Henderson, but Davis steps inside over to Faverty. Oh, he missed the shot, but he's going to be fouled on it. There's going to be a whistle on it as Faverty missed the easy little shot underneath. But the foul is called, and the foul is on Hayward, and that'll be his third personal foul. That'll send Faverty to the free throw line. He has 13 points in the game, was 2 for 3 last night, missed this one, however. Coach Scott says, get this rebound. Make sure you block out here, Glacier Bears. Faverty at the line. This one's on its way. Good. So he does get one of the two, and he's got 14 points in the ball game. Again, that pressure really is making it tough for the Miss Chiefs, as the Glacier Bears are all pretty quick. They've got quickness all the way around. They come out to Henderson, puts it across the 10-second line, kicks the ball back out. Shots on its way by Buxton, up and in.
Three-pointer.
A three-pointer, and he kind of bounced it off the glass. I think he'll take it.
That was a Michael Jordan shot.
Yeah,
what was Larry Bird at? Off the glass from the balcony.
I think 4:13 to go in the ball game now. Davis out at the top, looking inside to Faverty again. Turnaround shot, and he's got it. Baby Faverty's got 16 points in the game as the Glacier Bears are going inside to him now. Looking inside they go. Ball comes back down in the hands of Buxton. Back out to Henderson. 8-point lead by the Chiefs, so they have the basketball right now. Davis putting a lot of pressure on Henderson out at the top. Krager not coming out at all. Now Krager steps out. Henderson wanted the lane, does a nice job though. Krager wasn't give it to him. He's down the center, kicks it back out. Shot, three-pointer on the way, and it's good. And Buxton picks up a three-pointer. He's got 6, both of those threes. Back to 42-11, 3:25 to go in the game. Still lots of time left for the Glacier Bears. Luke Davis comes around, spin, can't find anybody, kicks out to his brother Mark. Mark Davis goes cross court to Krager. Coach Fossman wants a timeout, and we'll see what it's going to be here. They're talking about it as the Glacier Bears are 3 for 8 from the field, but the Chiefs in this quarter, Terry and I were talking about the fact that shooting percentages were only 18% in the third quarter. Now they're 3 for 3 in the fourth quarter.
And 2 of them long three-pointers.
Yep, that's right. Well, they look good when they go in, all right. Rolando, he's kind of slowed down a bit. He had those 10 points in the first quarter, and then he's been cut to just 2 points in each quarter after that. While Hayward has 6 points. Buxton's picked up 6, 2 of those three-pointers there. So we've got quite a ball game here. We're going to go right down to the wire again, just like we did last night. 42 Metlakatla Chiefs, 31 Glacier Bears. Boy, I don't know. 26% from the field for the Glacier Bears in that first half, and only 29% so far in this quarter.
Not well at all tonight.
But the defense, part of the Mets picked up their defense. That 2-3 zone really has gotten them into some trouble. And they haven't hit their threes on the outside. Normally the Glacier Bears are good shooters from the outside, but Matt's getting out, closing out too.
Dixon Strong checked in for the Glacier Bears.
All right, Glacier Bears basketball on the far side. Krager gets the ball back into Mark Davis. Mark Davis will bring it over. Looks for Dixon on that baseline. They want to go into Faverty, but they're fronting him now. Davis penetrates down inside, puts up the shot, up and in. So Davis has got his 8th point of the ball game, and we're getting again that full court pressure. And they're having a hard time getting it. They get it to Milne. Milne's on the dribble now. He'll get it up. Krager puts some pressure on. Milne will get across the 10-second line. Krager comes over, tries to shut it off. Doesn't do it. 2:45 to go in the ball game. Milne out at the top with the dribble. Comes back left-hand side to Booth. Booth goes down the lane, puts up the shot, partially checked over by Dixon, and the ball ends up in the hands of Faverty, and he'll bring it up, stops, wants to go side to Krieger. Krieger long three on the way, a little bit too strong. Rebound down too strong. Back to Dixon, he fires it up, no good. Strong comes up with it. He's a little bit short. Henderson comes down with it, and now we're going to be tied up. Let's see, we've got a whistle. We got two white jerseys there and one blue. We're going down to the far end here. Fouls on number 12, and that'll be Strong, his second personal foul. We're going to the far end. Rolando's coming into the game. Casperson's checking into the ball game for the Chiefs. Henderson will be at the free throw line. 18 fouls on the Glacier Bears, 17 fouls on the Chiefs. Henderson at the line. Nobody's down underneath here, so Henderson has 8 points, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and make it now 2 for 3 as he picks up another one there, and that's 9 points in the ball game for Isaac Henderson. He had 9 last night. Comes back to him, 2:19 to go in the game. Isaac Henderson takes a couple of dribbles. This one's on its way, looks good, and is. So he picks up another one, and we got another buzzer in the background coming off out of the bench here, and that's Isaac's 10th point. We've got Hotch checking into the ball game for the Glacier Bears. Okay, Glacier Bears will get the ball back into Davis. Davis doesn't do anything with it. On the dribble, keeps down. Now they'll keep it going. 2-3 zone defense by the Chiefs here. They're working hard on Faverty down low because they know that's where the Glacier Bears want to go. Up underneath, nothing going, however. Rebound comes down
the shot Haines wanted.
He had the baseline, wasn't anywhere to go when he got there, and then Milne just took the ball away. Got it. He's on the dribble. They come back out to Casperson. Casperson wants to go around his man back to Hayward. 1:54 to go. Last night the Glacier Bears ran a little time off the clock. Let's see if the Chiefs can run a little time off the clock. Goes to Casperson. Casperson's going to be whistled for the travel. Shuffled his feet, gave 2-3 head fakes there, and turned the ball back over. 44-33 is the score. Glacier Bears, unfortunately, right now have the 33 points. The Chiefs, they're happy with their 44. Davis, all the way down now. He picks the ball up. On the dribble, looks inside for Dixon. Not there. Davis wants to penetrate down inside. Does. Now there's going to be a whistle on it. We're shooting a 1-and-1 opportunity. The foul's on number 24, and that'll be Henderson. That's only his second personal foul. And that'll send Mark Davis to the free throw line. 8 points in the ball game, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Now Mark likes that stall, just wait. Missed the shot, however, ball comes back down, and we're going to see one of the officials calls him in the lane. And so Mark's going to get another chance on that one. Okay, Mark's back at the free throw line. This one's up on its way and good. So he does pick up one from there. And he'll get a second chance here. 10-point lead, 1:37 to go in the ball game. Glacier Bears putting a lot of pressure on here. They see if they can force some turnovers. Davis puts up the shot. This one is also good. And looks like Coach Fossman's going to want to take a timeout here, and so he can set up, make sure everybody knows where they're going on this pressure, because at the score of 44-35, they've got to get some turnovers here. Well, we're going to take a break too. We'll be back in about 50 seconds.
Boy, they didn't get the shot they wanted last time. Holy smoke.
Yeah. Well, they're playing better defense on Faverty now, low, and then he has no way to get himself open.
Well,
and the other kids,
they're still trying to pound it in, and they can't get a decent shot. They're going to have to try something from outside a little bit.
Yeah, the only one that can get any kind of shot is Mark, being quick, even he does go inside.
What's that? Yeah. Right.
All right, welcome back to the ball game here. Going to be Met's basketball here. Glacier Bears are out of timeouts. Met has one timeout left. 1:37 to go in the game. Met leads 44-35. All alone was Rolando way down low. Finally, they recognize him. Dixon hustles back. And they're looking to try to get the ball in. Nothing. Now they come back inside, and they go across the top. Is he going to be able to get there in time? No, he turns it back over. Coach Scott says, be patient. I had players coming to you. Just be patient. Wait till they get there. All right, Glacier Bears have the chance. The ball's going to be down under their hoop. So 1:37, no time went off the clock on that one as nobody touched it, went out of bounds, so it goes back to the Glacier Bears under there. Krager, long pass to Faverty. Faverty goes over to Davis, back to Faverty, long three on the way, good. Kirby Faverty gets a three, that's 19 points for him. 38-44, they get the ball back in, and back over to Casperson. Casperson's on the dribble, 1:20 to go, 44-38's the score. Glacier Bears out at the top, going to be stolen away. Davis makes a steal, comes all the way up and in. So Mark Davis has 11. Glacier Bears within 4. They get it to Rolando. Rolando's on the dribble, comes back to Henderson. He's up across the half-court line, back to Casperson. Casperson stop, puts up the shot, rolls it up and in. Casperson got the hoop on it, and that's 8 for him. Back to Faverty, 50 seconds to go. Faverty, jumper from about 6, a little bit short, gets his own board back, puts it up and in. So Faverty's got 21 points tonight. Back out to Milne, 40 seconds to go. 4-point lead by the Chiefs, and they have the basketball. Milne comes out to the top, spins it back, and now there's going to be a foul. And I don't know which one it's going to be here. Big 4-0. They were all over him, so that's going to be Mark Davis. And we're still a 1-and-1 opportunity, 33 seconds to go. A 4-point lead by the Chiefs right now. They are not putting anybody there. Milne at the free throw line all by himself. Glacier Bears easily, if he misses this, should be able to get the rebound of it. Milne shot's on the way, and it's off. Comes back down to Krager. Krager comes down, gets it to Faverty. Faverty's on the dribble, goes right down to Davis. Davis penetrates inside, stops, forces up the shot, and the hoop. Davis gets the bucket, and he's going to the free throw line. 44-46. And that's 5 fouls on Casperson, and he's going to foul out of the ball game.
I told you better get set to eat it. Quarter. This one's going right down to the bitter end.
We're going right to the end here now. All right, so
it's as close as Haines has been all night.
That's right, it is. Looks like we're going to have Buxton coming off the bench. All right, Buxton does check into the ball game. Casperson has to come out. That was his 5th personal foul. Davis can get this hoop and be within 1. He's got 13 points in the game. Eyes the hoop. This one's on its way. Good. So he picks up a 3-point there. 14 points in the ball game. They go to Milne. Milne goes across the top, and it's knocked out of bounds. Going to be Chiefs basketball with 21 seconds to go. 46-45 is the score. Chiefs with the basketball. Rolando will get the ball in for the Chiefs. Man-to-man defense looking. They go to Milne. Back in the corner and out of bounds again. They almost made the steal. Rolando's going to try again. All right, he's in that corner there, so it's getting to be pretty tough here for him to get it in. Comes back inside now. He turns the ball back. No. Krager's all the way down and goes out of bounds. Ball's going to go to the Glacier Bears. With 17.9 seconds to go in the ball game. Down by 1, 45-46. All right, Davis out at the top. They'll pick the ball up. They go left-hand side to Krager. Krager at the dribble. 14 seconds to go in the game. Back over the top. Goes out of the ball. Going to be taken away by, man, there's going to be a foul. There's going to be a travel on it. I thought there was going to be a foul on it, but the ball's going to go back to the Glacier Bears. Right in front of their bench. 7.5 seconds to go in the ball game. A basket by the Glacier Bears will win it. They come back into Davis. Davis penetrates inside. Kind of nothing going back to Faverty. Shots on the way, partially checked and a foul. Fouls on 3-1. That'll be Rolando, and that'll be his 5th personal foul. So 5 for him, and that'll send Faverty to the free throw line with 1.1 seconds to go. Going to get 2 shots out of it. And now Rolando comes out.
Coach Scott is up talking to the referee about Mark Davis. I think Mark went down and he said Mark pushed the defender away.
Yeah, Booth is coming into the ball game for the Chiefs. Dixon's down low. Krager's down low. All the way back is Davis for the Glacier Bears. And Faverty at the line is going to get 2 shots here, so he can give him the lead with 1.1 seconds to go. Shots on its way, good. So we're tied. Faverty ties it up, and he's got 22. With 1.1 seconds, it'll be tough for the Chiefs to get the shot off here, or the Glacier Bears. Faverty's shot's on the way, and it's good. And a long down-court pass. The Glacier Bears are going to come out on top by a score of 47-46.